Alright, so we're back in part 3 now, and John just made an absolutely stupid play. He is currently 30 seconds trying to push the bad spawns again for next hill. Now at this point, it's literally rotate or die, and John's trying to die. He's pushing the unfavorable side of hill, and oh man. Alright, so I haven't explained this yet in this in this analysis, but your setup for this hill, if you have it, you normally want like one person out here, maybe two. Normally one person's fine, but yeah, probably about one person because if you have more than one person, you're normally not going to be set up well. And it's definitely much better if you have one person out here that dies and then they gain control all the way up to here, and then you can literally just have people set up on all these head glitches to shut them down, trying to push in from that side. And I'd rather have a person die in the back here than a person die out snow where we're forced to push in from this now. So the setup I started, you have a person back here somewhere. Doesn't matter where he's playing, just as long as he's cutting off Z. And they shouldn't come mansion. Normally they won't come mansion. It's normally going to be only Z that they push, like this person right here. Wow. So yeah, that person back there. A person that's normally going to be sitting hill. You just want him sitting on this head glitch here unless someone's coming behind him. Then he shifts his position, goes around. There you go. So, there you go. And then, yeah, that person is kind of utilizing this head glitch. And then, if you have a person, you'd like a person to be, you'd like two people really, to be pushed out this side. Normally in SMG, I like to play around here and just kind of work around here. But then also when your teammates die, if they're still spawning here, it's sort of detrimental to sort of stay here. So you might as well just push back and give up that area for a little bit. And then as soon as your teammates push up with you, just kind of go back and worry about this whole entire side. And really, hopefully, if your teammates are dying too much, you obviously don't have hill. So there's really, you're not going to be sitting, like going back and forth constantly because you have three teammates just dying back and forth. Because if they're all dying, you obviously don't have hill control. You don't have control. You can push through. They're going to be pushing from the other side. You can push through and try and get some control over here. And push out their spawns, make them spawn rocks or wherever. And just basically get them off of close spawns. So if you were trying to break this hill, however, you want to push this from snow side. So that's why I say you want people on this side. So I didn't really point this out, but a person like kind of chilling over on this head glitch here, he can look over this way, and then he can also, if he needs to, kind of go back right here, play this head glitch to help out that SMG snow as well. So the SMG snow and the SMG and hill, that's basically where Logic will be playing our AR support, supporting the OBJ and the Slayer, and then John's over here anchoring and basically pushing out their spawns, pushing their spawns back to where they're going to have to take longer to get out to the hill. But instead, John does, you have to worry about getting hill from the favored side first. This is one of those hills, alright? So, in Call of Duty, there's two different kinds of hills. Either you get spawns and then push, like, for example, Mansion. You want to get the spawns in the back and then push in, because it's a lot harder to break from mid and front than it is to break from the back and mid. So, that's that. And then in this hill, this is like the complete opposite. If you get these spawns, which really, actually, you know what? I take back what I said, because these aren't exactly spawns that you want. And John's literally playing for bad spawns, when really the only reason he's out there is not because he's trying to get us these spawns, but because he's trying to block them from spawning there and block them from coming Z. So, obviously, if they can't get through Z to hill, then they're not even going to be able to have a chance to contest. So that's basically what that person out there is doing. Just forcing them to spawn out, making it harder for them to get to hill. And then John takes it to mean, like, he thinks that it means, oh, I want us to spawn over here. These are the good spawns. No. They're not the good spawns. You don't want to be pushing from that side. And if you push Z, you're going to get mowed down. The best way to break this hill, the absolute best way, and if you can... Oh, what just happened? I am so confused as to what just happened. Some glitch! I'm guessing it probably just exited me from the clip. So I'm going to have to talk over a loading screen. But anyways, what would happen would be that Yeah, okay. So servers just went down mid-video, but anyways, what would happen is you have two SMGs. You slide them in first. Your ARs literally just have to sit there until your SMGs get there. So if you're spawning snow, not too big of a deal. But if you're all spawning like separate, it could be a little bit bigger of a deal, and you want your ARs to kind of peek up on that. The head glitch there on like the little flower display or whatever, and you want them to peek up over that wall and kind of get kills from there. So that's that, and somehow we're back on the servers already. So all right, and then with if you are all there, you want your SMGs to slide across, both of them. You want them to slide across onto like the contest head glitch where you can like contest hill if you hop up on top of the wall, and it's basically like the wall that borders the steps that goes across the top as well, like that top little balcony. That's where you want your SMGs to slide to. And if you get both of them up there, like you saw me do with my camo play, I got a kill up there, and then I was able to turn onto hill, and I almost got a three-piece, just a couple of shots that should have hit that didn't, and that's the reason why I didn't end up getting it. So, unfortunate there. And but that's what you want to do. You want your subs to slide across, and if they slide across, then they're able to get that positioning, and it's normally going to be an easy break if you can execute it perfectly without people being picked. And then after your SMG slide across, not only are they in a good position, but they're also a distraction for your two ARs to hop up on that wall then, and they're able to challenge the hill. You can have one AR even push up a little bit more and peek from the actual wall. So that way the person on the head glitch has a little bit less pressure on him, because if you have two people on the head glitch, they could easily just shoot at the head glitch and end up killing at least one of you. Whereas if you have a person in the door, they can shoot at the person in the door, or they can shoot at the person in the head glitch. And if the person on the head glitch peeks first, they're going to be aiming at the person on the head glitch, and the person from the door is going to catch them off guard. It's going to get the kill, and that's going to result to hill control. So let's just fast forward real quickly to kind of give you guys a visual of what I'm talking about rather than just all words. So that's rotation and X. We don't really need to worry about that yet. But the visual I'm giving is two SMGs. They slide across to here onto the balcony. You have one SMG here, one SMG here. Actually, not right here because that'd be blocking, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you push them up here, and you can even like play in this corner right here. Like, you're able to crouch right here, and they can still shoot you, but it's a lot harder. And then this other SMG that'd be right here would be able to look over, and there's two different people they'd have to shoot at. And then on the head glitch, if this person peeks up, they're going to be distracted on him. This person can peek right here, easy jiggle peek, or even peek from this side, try and slide in himself. The only reason, or the only way that that wouldn't work, actually, you know what? I'm going to change my mind on this. You have one person here, and then if you can try after that person peeks up, if you can try and slide your AR across to here, you can get a lot more control as well, because then you have three people here pushed up right outside of the hill. You have a person over here overlooking them, and the people here, they can't peek, or they're dead, because people here, they're going to pick them off if they're anywhere over here. A person over there is going to pick them off if they're on the head glitch. So it's a very tough position to defend if that happens. If the team actually uses a strategy like that to break the hill, it's going to be extremely tough to hold on. So that's that. John made a wrong push, and then here for some reason I'm in my HC. He pulls his out. Don't know the logic behind this. And then Hunson's making the smart play. Logic's making a smart play. What Logic's doing right here is he's cutting off rotation. Alright, so they can't get to bricks if Logic's right here. Now you don't want him to sit here the entire time, because then he's blocking the bunker spawn, which could be a good thing because you don't really want them pushing around bunker to get to bricks. But you also want that when the hill is actually over here, you want some more help over here so you can trade and contest more effectively. Whereas if it's a 4-on-3 in hill, the trade's going to go into their favor. But if it's a 4-on-4 in hill, trade isn't always going to go into their favor unless they get first kill. And that's just trade after that. So cut off rotation here was big. I think he stayed a little too long. No one was in hill. Oh no, Logic. Oh yeah. I even remember like in game, like he called out, "All right, I'm going to flank them. I'm going to flank them." Like, I was just like, yeah, that was a terrible play. So not only is he blocking like he's literally challenging the side you don't want to challenge from. Not only is he doing that, it's just total brain fart on his part. But not only is he doing that, since he's bunker right now, and John is bricks, I'm sitting hill. They're spawning over towards rocks and mansion side. Basically, once he gets out, they're gonna spawn like back bricks. Or I mean, really, as long as John's alive, they're gonna spawn rocks. But since they're spawning like rocks and all that, they're easily able. Yep, you see rocks. They're easily able to push bricks. Easily able to push mansion. Get this guy pillar. Like it literally costed us this rotation here. So you'll see here, big mistake, huge mistake on his part. John's overlooking. He's like, all right, they're spawning rocks for sure. Overlooks me and Hill. Probably gets shot in the back. Or, all right, so he managed to hang on, but Logic's probably still alive. Nope, Logic spawned back. So, at this point, why am I here? Let me check what I did. Yeah.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost.
Yep. All right, so Logic literally costed. So, he forced me to spawn back here.
Hardpoint locked down.
What am I going to do? If we're spawning back there and our teammates are set up for them to be spawning back here, what are we supposed to do? It's terrible play from his part, and just really him and John made a lot of mistakes this map that should not happen. And then Hudson made a couple as well. So not going to act like he didn't. He played perfectly, but a lot of mistakes. It's kind of hard to watch some of the mistakes, but literally you don't. He literally blocked. He counter anchored. He counter anchored on this rotation that we needed. We needed to hold this hill the entire time, or at least contest. And he literally anti-anchored. He forced us to, like, he basically did the opposite of anchoring. He gave us bad spawns and gave the other team good spawns. So he blocked their bad spawns. So terrible play on Logic's part to get this rotation right here. I'm sure he'd make the argument, the game was already over at that point. No, not exactly. I mean, all throughout the game, just a lot of mistakes that cost us. And luckily we still have Hill now, but I'm sure that's going to change real quick. Huntsman dies, they have Hill. And John gets a huge two-piece with Tempest. And it looks like, yep, they're finally spawning back here. But at this point, it's a little late because they already have 3 people coming from this side. And hold up, let's see. So, hold up, that's glitched. Alright, so what's this other person doing in Hill? Probably the guy that just died of Tempest, I'd assume? Hold up. Yeah, so he just died of Tempest, which means he's going to be off spawn soon. Then you have Mig, which is coming from Cut. Not really. He dies to Huntsman, so I mean, I guess we held strong, but I'm still over here, I think. Yeah, all right, so we finally got set up. Except for the fact that, ooh, this is a mistake right here. 2 people here. Okay, this is a mistake right here again. So many mistakes in the final seconds. So Huntsman's right here with the sub. He had to, though, because before that, if you go back to John, these bricks. Hold up. I fast forward to this point. Let's see. He gets a 2-piece. It's a 3rd, and then dies. So John's off spawn, but he literally, holy cow. That spawn's literally right on the hill. Oh, okay. And then Logic's playing the spot that he should. Bricks right now, overlooking hill, gets a kill. But this is a mistake, alright? So on this hill, a proper setup would be, you want this person here and bricks. He can see this right side and like see people pushing from this side and try not to get flanked, which is what the other team ultimately should try to do. And then if you have this person pushed up pillar, there's really no point even to him looking over hill anymore. Because you have like an AR that can sit here. But now, what I would say is a logical thing to do in this situation could possibly be logic, go watch bunker. But I don't think. Hold on. How far am I pushed up? So I'm pillar, so a logical thing to do. Let me see where they're spawning. Let's see. I can just get. Alright, so John just completely destroys that guy. Yep. So let me check. I don't know how they spawned rocks. Oh, right here. Oh, actually, never mind. 7 seconds left. My bad. I just completely messed up. That's where we wanted them to spawn with 7 seconds left. Unless they end up getting scrap time. Yeah, just looks like it's a lack of rotation on our part. And that ends up costing us. So somehow we managed to survive. Logic making a huge mistake right there. Which is kind of interesting. And then I was literally just like, I mean, I spawned out. Died at a super unfortunate time. If I rewind this. I died with 10 seconds left trying to get to the top. And I spawned way out. And at this point it's literally like rotate or it's over. And we literally have to have hill. At this point I'm just like, alright, I gotta rush hill. They're about to get this last tick. And that's game. So let's just see real quick to close this off what the teammates are doing on this rotation here. So we're able to actually get together some good time on this first hill right here on the next on this rotation. Oh yeah, rotation was late. So what I do not understand at all that I kind of didn't finish my thought. Huntsman's here with an SMG. John's here with an AR. What's the point? You're supposed to have an AR here and then 2 SMGs playing mansion so you can get bottom and top covered, and then that person top can even come out bricks if he needs to. And then that's also going to force them to spawn bunker. So this person bricks doesn't even have to worry about this because a person pillar, he can look over Z, and so can this person right here. So this person can literally just come over here, watch bunker, and they're going to be spawning bunker. He's able to watch, or he's able to kill people coming out of bunker. He can fall back, play more passive angles, play a tight angle here, or even a tight angle. Oh, really? Not really a tight angle there because they can shoot him over that thanks to movement that creates so much skill in this game. Yeah, no, it just lowers the skill gap. So can't really play this angle because the height of the map. So great design there, but great game mechanics. And so yeah, literally it's all that's a better setup. And luckily we get the time, so I kind of look stupid now since it worked. And my part, ooh, hold up, I'm stuck. Let's see, we didn't have anyone pushing table. Yep. So I made a slight mistake there. This person made a smart play for his team. I should have just went table. If I saw no one was there, I should have just slid. And it's meaning that I actually came from that side. Let me check. And yeah, I'm pillar already. And I saw nobody was there. That's a mistake on my part right there. I should have just pushed table. If I push table, look at this. I have 2 lined up. Oh, this dude went to hill even. Oh, yep. Ooh, man. I could have had a kill up top. And then I would have had it. Yeah, that's my mistake. I could have won the rotation there single-handedly. But it's not all on me because my teammates, they end up getting this kill. And John pushes into hill from middle when he has an AR. I mean, I guess time restraints, he was sort of forced to do that. Hunson's making a smart play, ends up getting killed. The guy makes a smart play to check his back. Logic, let's see. Yeah, alright, so this is one thing. Logic counter-anchoring again. He was too late to rotation. Didn't really realize it. And he ended up, he didn't rotate early enough. And if he rotated earlier and he was able to get control of this back and we were able to get control of hill, there's a good chance we can come back. We'd have to have a good hold, but you see what I mean. Like a bunch of mistakes, just a ton in the last couple seconds, just losing, like paying too much focus to the hill, to the mid hill that they didn't even think about rotating. Like Logic didn't even think about rotating. I rotated, but I did it the wrong way. I probably should have just pushed table and tried cutting them off, and I didn't do that. Huntsman made a smart play going around the back, but the other person just made a super smart play as well and checked his back. And So really just a bunch of mistakes, and hopefully you guys learned from this. If you did, please click the like button below on any of these videos, part 1 through, I don't even know what this is, this 3 I'm pretty sure. We went over an hour total. So anyways, if you guys learned something, click the like button below, subscribe for more Call of Duty content. Also, I've been thinking about analyzing some pro gameplay, but also at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't really know what to point out just because pro gameplay, like you're so used to watching it, like there's some things I don't know. It'd be a little bit harder to kind of point out because there's no mistakes to point out. You'd basically just be calling out like what they're doing, where someone can literally go into theater mode themselves and look at what a pro team is doing by as themselves, like literally look by themselves and see what that pro team is doing. So really analyzing a pro match wouldn't be too beneficial, and it wouldn't be too entertaining either. So maybe I could try and point out mistakes from pro teams, but it's going to look kind of foolish if I'm some AM no name that is trying to tell pros how to play. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please click like button below, subscribe. I know I already said that for if you learned something. But anyways, if you have any suggestions, comments, questions, concerns, anything, if you have any questions concerning like mistakes that were made or anything you want to try and add in and talk about and discuss with me, feel free to do that in the comment section. I'll try to reply to every single comment. And thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.